this may be true with a woman as well as a man.
Yeah.
In this society, we have a history of this, that if you get involved or married to someone with a lot of European blood,
Yeah.
in some sort of way you are marrying up. And if you marry someone who has a lot of African blood, you're marrying down. And that reaches from interracial marriages to guys or girls marrying very light-skinned people. Somehow it got into the psychic of America, not just blacks, that the closer you are to whiteness, in boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, the more you have arrived. I know that there's a history of black writers seeking out white women. In fact, in our class right now, Richard Wright.
Yeah.
Richard Wright practically despised black women. As a matter of fact, there's a teacher on this campus who despised Richard Wright because of that. And she won't teach his books because of his attitude toward black women. He got married twice. The first marriage lasted for about a year, and the next one lasted for a very, very long time. And he said somewhere in his writing, when I came to know others more sophisticated, he then fell in love. The black woman that he was supposed to get married to in New York, he was scared as he could be. And when he found out that he had a legal right to cancel that marriage, he ran into the Newton house and had a celebration.
Yes. Actually, this is funny. I have a cousin who is married to a white guy, and she says that she married him, even though it's a joke, because he has a good credit score. So, I mean, yeah, I do think that there are stereotypes that, right. I do think that there are stereotypes that if you marry another race, then that person is going to be a benefit for you financially, be a benefit for you professionally, for you socially. So absolutely, yes. And even if we're not doing it consciously, I think unconsciously there may be some reasons why.
People date outside of their race because they have high expectations with other races. Of course, in America, the Caucasian community is more respected. In certain people's opinion, they are more respected. And so I think that other races, such as Latinos, South Americans, and people from all different types of places do value or respect the Caucasian community more than the African American community, which of course doesn't make sense. But it goes right back to what I said previously, when we all are melting pot anyway. But yes, I do believe that that some people date outside of their race just because of the specific standards that have been set or created just by the media or the environment, aiming towards one particular race or favoring one particular race, which again, it just goes back to getting to know that person for who they are and not for.
I mean, I'm not necessarily sure why people date outside. I can tell you why I did, as I said. I didn't expect to find love with my husband based on who he was, but I did. It kind of took me by surprise, but it was just about, we had the same vibe. And I just think people need to be open, be open to a lot more people. I've had quite an adventure in my life because I'm with him, and I would hope people would be open to finding that adventure with him.
Outside your race, I think a lot of times you kind of change, you kind of switch it up, for the other race. And I don't think that necessarily you think that race is superior to ours, but I just think that it's something different, and I think that you just, you get a different vibe, I don't know what it is, but, I'm thinking now, I think more or less dealing with white women, I think black men act a little different towards white women, I think so. But I think in other races, and I haven't really witnessed a lot of them, but in other relationships, with different races, I don't think black men really change too much, and vice versa for black women. I don't think that black women would change too much for another race or anything like that. But if they do, like the question is, if they do, I think that it's just because it's something different. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. I think it goes as, you know, some people see, you know, dating a woman of another race as different. You know what I mean? So I guess they feel like if they go from dating a black woman to dating a Hispanic or dating a white woman, I think they see it as the woman going to treat them differently than a black woman treats them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some men goes into it and say, you know, I know I'm gonna be put on this pedestal with this woman, but with this woman, I'm just another man, another guy, you know, trying to get what I do like that. But you go to a different race, maybe, I don't know, I never dated outside of my race personally, but, you know, but I feel like some men might think that it's different to date outside the race and it's more better. But to me, I only dated one race.